5 of story time. I'm going to try and wrap it up in this story. This is about how I went through kidnapping and gang rape in Dubai, and that wasn't even the worst thing that happened to me, and I ended up having to escape, fearing for my life a few years later. So after I found out about this court case, and again, nobody notified me, I found out when my bank account was frozen, and I actually received a text message a couple of days before in Arabic saying, oh, a case has been executed against you. An execution means that the case is already closed, everything's happened, and they've decided to seize your assets. So if you're in Dubai and you have bank accounts, trade licenses, property, cars, everything will be seized. And this is really, at a whim, just because somebody said so. The court is completely incentivized to open as many cases as possible because however much money you lose, so say for example if someone wins a judgment against you for 100,000 dirhams, you have to pay the court 100,000 as well as a fine. So I'll let you decide if you think that's a very moral way to run your civil court system. And apparently 75% of cases are in absentia because people have cottoned on to the fact now, like scammers and fraudsters have cottoned on to the fact that it's such an easy way to make money. You just have to make a false accusation against someone. Even if you lose the case, it doesn't really matter. You've only lost 5% of your claim, and perjury is not illegal in the UAE. So it doesn't matter if you fabricate claims against someone, there's nothing that can be done. And in my case, just to reiterate, it was opened as a bounce check, which is very serious in Dubai. That's a criminal matter, and it has very strict punishment. So strategically, it made sense to open it as a bounce check, even though there was no check. And they fully admit there's no check. It's not like I'm just saying that. They've said there's no check, but it doesn't matter. And then in his statement, he said that I borrowed money, but there's no proof of that either. There's no financial documentation or bank statements or anything. And both of these things are not true. I don't know if somebody was incentivized in another way somewhere to get this case open, or if the Dubai courts really just don't care. I wonder if they just don't care about people. I certainly feel like they don't care about us, and if anything, it's a way to get back at us. I feel like there's so much racism under the surface of that part of the world, and they pretend to welcome us all in, and oh, we're Western, and bring you a church, and we'll celebrate Christmas for you. And let me tell you, it's so superficial and fake and transparent, and they're just doing that because they're using us. They're using all foreign labor. 90% of the UAE's population is foreign labor from all different parts of the world, and they're clever enough to manipulate us, to bring us in. And then when you scratch the surface and you see what they're really like underneath, as a people, as a community of people, you'll see how vile they are. And I'm sure there are some nice Emiratis. Some of the CID that I came across were pretty nice, but I think they're really, really abhorrent, horrible